Hey guys, so we are back in the shop after a couple of weeks, not really off, but after Hot Rod Power Tour, we had to hit the ground running. It's been only us working in the shop trying to get a lot of customer jobs done. We have 50 so far and we've been ticking them off. But we're back in here with a 2000 Jeep Cherokee, and this isn't our typical build videos. But the reason behind this is that my personal vehicle is a 2000 Jeep Cherokee, and we hit 3 cows about a year ago now, and we haven't put it back together because we've been gathering parts and looking for a parts Jeep. Well, we finally found one, and we found a radiator at the Scratch and Dent at Summit. So I think that we have got enough parts now to put it back together.
Well, technically we have enough parts on this one because it runs and drives.
So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be taking the parts off this running and driving parts Jeep and put them on my Cherokee. So
basically, can we fix a total Cherokee for like 500 bucks?
Yep. Here we go. At what, 45 miles an hour?
Oh, that's not 55.
55 miles an hour. We hit the freaking cow. Our headlights are gone. This was like 3 miles back that way. The Jeep is still going strong. It's smoking. It says check gauges, but this is the little Jeep that could. We got to give it to it.
Yeah, we made it home.
We made it home. We're all in one piece.
Yeah, I got no belt. I got no power steering.
We just got out and inspected the damage, and this is the Jeep. It made it home after looking like this.
I'm in the rented garage now. We live here. 5714 Maysville Road. Daniel. You can save 20 bucks and the environment. Score, it does have some. So basically what I'm saying is this system is better than yours because yours is not that free on that long. I'm throwing this in the Phillips pile because the wires are cut. You don't want this crusty light bar, do you?
Unless you think it's swap me worthy.
Or unless you want to like put it on the tractor for nighttime use.
That might be helpful.
Okay, well, I'm making a pile over here.
This is too fat.
Huh?
I said this Phillips head is too fat. Well, it's turning. It's just.
You need one with a long handle on it, though. Them short ones are really hard to work with.
I'm like, oh yay, short one. I like
Here.
these.
Here. Use a real one. It'll make your life so much easier.
Right there.
Yeah, I know. I looked at this side. I'm going to check this radiator too. They said it needed a radiator, but the freeze plug's blown out. And I don't know if they were adding water to it because the radiator was leaking. And that's why the freeze plug is blown out. Is it like after cold?
Why? Because you want to use this radiator? Or you?
No, I was just thinking I could keep it.
Oh, yeah.
We're using the new one. We bought
That's
a
what I
new
was
one.
thinking. Okay, so now what?
Did you get all of them? Make sure you got all of them.
Yeah.
Perfect.
This thing is a little funky thing.
Huh?
Oh, they aren't originally. They're originally colored, so somebody already painted this one. Okay, now what?
I just about got this ready to cradle out. The fender flares and the inner fenders need to come out.
What about this, the headlights and stuff?
Yeah, you can take those marker lights off.
So they're attached to the thing.
This piece we need. I've never pulled a Jeep apart if this stand wasn't broken. This one's broken. We might see if the parts store can get one of these. Because your other one was broken too. Take her out of gear and go ahead and start trying. Make sure the switch is on.
Now that we're done with the parts Jeep, we are rolling it outside and we are going to bring in my Jeep and start transferring all the parts over to mine. This is my Jeep Cherokee. We have removed all the things that were really bad damaged, and we left the bumper, the core support, all that stuff. But this is what we're fixing. Luckily the cows didn't really hurt the body. It just bent up the hood, the bumper in the front, and a couple of these pulleys. But everything else about it is still in good shape. We did find a new hood in South Carolina, so we drove to go get that. Same color, so it'll just bolt right on. Here's the pieces that we took off. of the front.
This has been wrecked before and been fixed in the front. It's got welds here that aren't factory. That's not a factory weld. It's rusty. I guess I need to go ahead and pull the...
You can see all the dirt dauberness, mouse droppings, etc. from where we've let it sit. This was another reason why we wanted to hurry up and get this going again, because we knew if we let it sit any longer that it was going to get taken over by critters and be a pain to put back together.
Okay, so we need to pull... These have got to come back forward. I got to get a slide hammer here and pull that stuff forward. And then I might cut the top out of this one and weld the other one in, because see, this one's fine. It doesn't, it's got a little bend, but it'll work. This one, the nuts are actually ripped out. Like, I've never been like concerned about, you know, that one doesn't fit. I've always just got one did and like not thought it does.
What?
One more tray. Oh, come out of this.
Oh.
Alright, you take that AC compressor and plug it. Let's not break the plug. You can take the AC compressor and set it over there. Yeah, this fan deal got bent. Spin it and see how it's. See how tight spot. Okay. If this transcooler deal becomes a problem, we're just going to put an aftermarket transcooler on the outside. Like on the front of the AC connector behind the grill.
Now what?
There's two eights that hold this piece of plastic on needs to come off. And this piece right here needs to come off. It's got two bolts here, one in the bottom and one that runs through the front. They're 9/16. You got to do it with a ring. I'm glad we're changing that anyway. It had a bolt broke off in it. It's been replacing some gaps.
No.
Okay. Let me get this bumper in. I wish you could buy them clips at the parts store. Them bumper bracket clips. That's going to be aggravating to bolt back on with all the clips. pretty straight. Let me do that one more time. Good. There we go. We'll leave that thing there. If I can look in here and do this. I might just leave that bent a little bit. That ain't gonna hurt nothing. I might just leave that bent a little bit. I'm gonna cut this square out of that other one. There's a little piece missing that goes in there. I don't know what that little piece is for, but it's missing. That looks a whole lot better. I think that's supposed to go back to touch more of that one touches. I believe we're going to leave it alone. Give that a whirl and see if that might look more lined up. That closed the gap. I started closing this inside the door.
What about this gap?
Well, this side's not installed.
Oh.
What happened over here? There we go. Brittany sanded this nose piece and is now painting it with cheap part store battle can. I don't think this color is exactly right, but it's the only thing they had that was close. They do have a Toyota color that's called Desert Sand that looked closer, so we're gonna try that in a second and see if that matches better. Hello, Brittany. Well, I've got the fan bracket thing with bearing installed, and this hood latch was bent, so I got the one off the parts Jeep that is straight. And this right here, the nut certs are pulled out, so I'm just going to cut this whole top out and cut the one out of the other one and weld it in. It may not be pretty, but it will work. This over here, this bracket got all tore up, so I got that one off the parts Jeep and installed it. So now the fender is solid again. So here goes nothing. Here is the old one and the new one. You can see they are very different. This one has nut certs and one doesn't. this welded in. We got this new doodler installed. So we're gonna put the AC compressor on and the power steering pump and radiator and get this thing buttoned up. And I've almost got this thing back together. I got some new AC O-rings because I don't want to do this again. So I got the compressor lines installed. I'm gonna put new O-rings in down here. Then I got a new dryer for that because this has been open for months and I want the AC to work. So dryer and a condenser fan because the condenser fan was broken in this Jeep and in the parts Jeep. So it can't fall out.
So it's not an exact match, but it's close enough. I think once the grill and the headlights and the bumper gets on there, it's going to take some of the attention away from this color that doesn't match.
Yeah, I gotta do some finagling to make all this line up.
What do you mean last?
These were supposed to go in last. These go under.
Oh. Be careful, that black grill piece had like, whatever you call it, cracks in it already. I had to be careful when I was seeing them. So every seal in this system is going to be new except for the ones in here, which that one's not leaking, so, and I didn't mess with it, so it should be fine.
off the floor. We have a running Jeep. I got Freon in the AC. It's nice and cold. Everything's holding. The coolant's holding. Power steer's all. Everything that was broken is working. I did have to change the orifice tube, which is made into the high pressure line. And I'm gonna have to change the hood hinges because the hood won't close. But we have a working Jeep again. 11:30 at night. We started this journey at 9:30 this morning, and did not work super diligently on it. We just kind of took our time. But this is what you can do if you spend a day with random parts and just build your projects. This runs again. Got ice cold air.
Painted?
Yep.
We got it painted, the grill.
It's not painted good.
Bumper, the gold up here, and then the headlight bezels.
Yeah. Looks great. Runs good. Everything's sealed up and working. Minimal new parts. Most of the stuff came from the parts Jeep. I did buy a condenser fan and an AC O-ring kit and an accumulator, just because I didn't want to fight with broken AC stuff later. And I don't think I bought anything else new. Fluids. So.
But we're tired, we're hungry, we're nasty.
We ate supper.
I'm hungry again.
Not my problem.
So we're gonna call it a night. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching. We will catch you on the next one.
This is our first drive down the road in the Jeep after putting it back together. Everything seems happy. Yes, the random rattle was there before. So we're gonna go and see what happens. This gas is over a year old, but here goes nothing.